In Japan, Christmas Eve isn't about family gatherings or opening presents under a tree. It's about standing in line, sometimes for hours, to get a bucket of fried chicken from KFC. I'm not joking. Every December 24th, millions of Japanese families pre-order their Christmas KFC meals weeks in advance, and the company pulls in more revenue on that single day than any other day of the year. But here's what's wild. This tradition is only about 50 years old, and it started because of a single brilliant marketing campaign that convinced an entire nation that fried chicken was the taste of Christmas. And that's just the beginning, because when you start looking at how the world actually celebrates Christmas, you realize that almost nothing about this holiday is what we think it is. The traditions we assume are ancient, many are shockingly recent. The customs we think are universal, they're wildly different depending on where you are. So today, we're going on a journey around the world to uncover the most fascinating, bizarre, and heartwarming Christmas traditions you've probably never heard of. And along the way, we're going to discover why these differences tell us something profound about culture, history, and what this holiday really means. Let's start with that KFC story, because it's too good not to dig into. In 1970, Japan had virtually no Christmas tradition. Less than 1% of the population was Christian, and December 25th was just another workday. But Western culture was flooding into Japan, and people were curious about this foreign holiday they kept seeing in movies and TV shows. They knew Christmas involved special food, but turkey wasn't part of Japanese cuisine, and most homes didn't even have ovens large enough to roast one. Enter Takeshi Okawara, the manager of the first KFC in Japan. According to company legend, he overheard foreigners talking about how they missed having turkey for Christmas. Okawara saw an opportunity. In 1974, KFC launched the Kurisumasu ni wa Kentucky, Kentucky for Christmas campaign. They created the Party Barrel, a special Christmas meal featuring fried chicken, cake, and wine. They positioned it as the American way to celebrate Christmas. It was genius marketing, and it worked beyond anyone's wildest expectations. Within a few years, eating KFC on Christmas Eve became the thing to do. Today, Japan's KFC sells roughly 3.6 million Christmas chicken meals between December 23rd and 25th. People dress up in their finest clothes, families make reservations months in advance, and there are reports of 2-hour waits at some locations. But here's what makes this fascinating. Japan created their own Christmas tradition from scratch in a single generation, and it had nothing to do with religion, history, or ancient customs. It was pure cultural adaptation, taking a foreign concept and making it uniquely their own through the lens of what was available and appealing. And Japan isn't alone in reimagining Christmas in unexpected ways. If you thought one Santa Claus was enough, Iceland decided to go bigger, 13 times bigger. In Icelandic tradition, there aren't just multiple Santas. There are 13 mischievous trolls called the Yule Lads, or Jólasveinar. Starting on December 12th, one Yule Lad comes down from the mountains each night for 13 nights leading up to Christmas. Children leave their shoes on windowsills, and if they've been good, they wake up to find small gifts. If they've been naughty, a rotten potato. But these aren't your jolly ho-ho-ho type of characters. Each Yule Lad has a distinct personality based on the specific kind of mischief they cause. There's Stekkjastaur, who harasses sheep, Gijajagur, who hides in gullies waiting to steal milk, Stubby, who's abnormally short and steals pans to eat the crusty bits. Spoonlicker does exactly what his name suggests. Door Slammer keeps everyone awake banging doors. Window Peeper creeps outside looking through windows. The origins are darker than you'd expect. These characters come from Icelandic folklore that was meant to genuinely frighten children into good behavior. Their mother, Grilla, is an ogress who kidnaps and eats naughty children. And then there's the Yule Cat, Jólakötturinn, a massive vicious cat that roams the countryside during Christmas and eats anyone who hasn't received new clothes before Christmas Eve. Yes, you read that right. Iceland has a Christmas cat that devours people based on their wardrobe updates. This tradition actually had practical origins. Farmers would reward workers who finished processing the autumn wool with new clothes before Christmas.
Those who were lazy and didn't complete their work wouldn't get new clothes, and supposedly, the Yule Cat would get them. It was a way to motivate productivity during Iceland's brutal winters. Today, the Yule Lads have been softened into friendlier characters, and the Yule Cat has become more of a quirky cultural symbol than a terror. But the tradition remains uniquely Icelandic, a Christmas mythology that's equal parts enchanting and unsettling. Now let's talk about Catalonia, where Christmas involves a log that poops out presents. I wish I was making this up. The cagatillo, which translates to pooping log or defecating log, is a beloved Catalan Christmas tradition. Starting on December 8th, families bring a small hollow log into their homes, prop it up on two stick legs, draw a smiling face on one end, and put a little red hat on it. Every night until Christmas, children feed the log small treats like nuts, dried fruit, or breadcrumbs, and cover it with a blanket to keep it warm. Then, on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, the real magic happens. The family gathers around the cagatillo, and children beat it with sticks while singing traditional songs that essentially tell the log to poop out presents. The songs literally include lyrics like, "Poop log, poop nougats, hazelnuts and cottage cheese. If you don't poop well, I'll hit you with a stick." While the kids are singing and beating the log, parents secretly place small gifts, candies, and treats under the blanket. When the kids lift the blanket, they discover that the log has pooped out presents for them. The tradition ends when the log poops out something undesirable, traditionally a salted herring, an onion, or a garlic bulb, signaling that the log is empty and the gift-giving is over. It's absolutely bizarre to outsiders, but Catalans adore this tradition. It's been part of their culture for centuries, with origins likely tied to ancient winter solstice celebrations and the burning of logs for warmth and light. The anthropomorphism of the log, giving it life, feeding it, caring for it, and then ritually encouraging it to give back, reflects a fascinating relationship between humans and nature in pre-industrial rural life. And Catalonia has another scatological Christmas tradition, the caganer, a figurine of a person defecating that's hidden somewhere in nativity scenes. Finding the caganer is a fun game for children, and it's considered good luck. The reasoning? Fertilizing the earth. In agricultural societies, this was a symbol of prosperity and a good harvest to come. What's remarkable is how these traditions persist in modern urban Catalonia. They're not relics, they're living customs that families genuinely practice and enjoy. In Norway, Christmas Eve has an unexpected ritual, hiding all the brooms in the house. This tradition stems from an Old Norse belief that Christmas Eve is when witches and evil spirits come out to search for brooms to ride. To protect their homes, Norwegian families traditionally hide every broom and mop before going to bed on December 24th. Some people even fire shotguns into the air to scare away the spirits, though this practice has understandably declined in urban areas. The connection between Christmas and witchcraft might seem random, but it makes sense in the context of pre-Christian Norse winter celebrations. The winter solstice, the darkest time of year, was believed to be when the boundary between the physical and spiritual worlds was thinnest. Supernatural beings could cross over more easily. When Christianity spread through Scandinavia, these pagan beliefs didn't disappear. They merged with Christmas traditions, creating this unique fusion. Norway also has the tradition of julebooking, Christmas caroling with a twist. Groups of people dress up in costumes and masks, going door to door performing songs and skits in exchange for treats. The hosts try to guess who's behind each mask, and there's a playful, slightly mischievous energy to the whole affair. It's reminiscent of Halloween trick-or-treating, but set during Christmas and rooted in ancient traditions of disguise and ritual reversal during winter festivals. What's happening here is cultural memory. Despite centuries of Christianity, these older beliefs about the winter solstice being a time of supernatural activity never fully disappeared. They adapted, survived, and became woven into Christmas itself. In Ukraine, Christmas trees are decorated with something most people would remove immediately: spider webs. Ukrainian Christmas tree ornaments traditionally include artificial spider webs made from silver and gold tinsel, and some families place an ornament spider on the tree. This stems from a beautiful folktale. The story goes that a poor widow lived in a small hut with her children. One winter, a pine cone fell to the floor, and by Christmas, it had grown into a small tree. The children were thrilled and looked forward to decorating it, but the family was so poor they had no ornaments. The children went to bed sad on Christmas Eve. During the night, spiders in the hut saw the bare tree and felt sorry for the family. They spun intricate, beautiful webs all over the tree's branches. When morning came and the first rays of sunlight hit the webs, they transformed into silver and gold, and the family woke to find a tree more beautiful than any richly decorated one in the village. Their poverty was ended, and they lived happily ever after. This tradition reflects something deeper about Ukrainian culture, finding beauty and hope in difficult circumstances. Ukraine has a long history of hardship, invasions, famines, occupations. Yet Ukrainian Christmas traditions are among the world's most beautiful and symbolically rich. The 12-dish Christmas Eve supper, the singing of ancient carols called Goliatki, the ritual of bringing in biduk, a sheaf of wheat symbolizing ancestral spirits, all of these practices carry profound meaning about family, memory, and resilience. The spiderweb tradition specifically teaches that miracles can come from unexpected places, and that even the smallest, most overlooked creatures have the power to create beauty and transformation. In Caracas, Venezuela, there's a Christmas tradition that sounds absolutely delightful: roller skating to church. Every year from December 16th to 24th, during the early morning hours before sunrise, the streets of Caracas are closed to traffic so that people can roller ski to early morning Christmas Mass. Entire families strap on their skates and glide through the streets together, with the sound of wheels on pavement mixing with Christmas carols. Some churches even hold special roller skating masses. The tradition reportedly started in the 1960s as a uniquely Venezuelan way to celebrate the Christmas season, taking advantage of the country's warm December weather, a stark contrast to the snowy Christmas imagery from North America and Europe. It's become so popular that the government officially closes certain streets during this period to accommodate the skaters. What makes this tradition remarkable is its pure joyfulness. There's no ancient folklore or religious significance. It's simply a community coming together to celebrate in a way that's fun, active, and uniquely suited to their environment and culture. It's a reminder that traditions don't have to be old to be meaningful. They just have to bring people together. Venezuela's tradition also highlights something important about Christmas around the world. The holiday adapts to local climate and geography. In Australia, Christmas falls during summer, so beach barbecues and swimming are common. In the Philippines, Christmas season starts in September, the Ber month, and the celebrations are the longest in the world. In Ethiopia, where the Orthodox Christian calendar differs, Christmas, called Ghana, is celebrated on January 7th with a unique hockey-like game played with curved sticks. The holiday takes the shape of the place and people celebrating it. We can't talk about global Christmas traditions without mentioning Krampus, Austria's Christmas demon. While American children are told that naughty kids get coal, Austrian children are warned about something far more terrifying: Krampus, a horned, goat-like demon covered in dark hair with a long, pointed tongue and chains. According to Alpine folklore, Krampus is St. Nicholas's dark companion who punishes wicked children while St. Nicholas rewards good ones. On Krampusnacht, Krampus night, December 5th, young men dress up in elaborate, terrifying Krampus costumes and run through the streets chasing people, rattling chains and ringing bells. Some carry birch switches to swat at bystanders. The costumes are incredibly detailed and genuinely frightening. Imagine encountering a 7-foot demon running toward you in the dark. This tradition has ancient pagan roots, predating Christianity by centuries.
Krampus likely originated from pre-Germanic Alpine traditions connected to winter solstice celebrations and the Wild Hunt, the folkloric belief in a ghostly procession of supernatural beings riding through the winter sky. When Christianity spread through the region, church authorities tried repeatedly to suppress Krampus celebrations, but the tradition persisted, eventually becoming integrated into Christian Christmas customs. What's fascinating is that Krampus celebrations have been growing more popular in recent years, not just in Austria, but internationally. Krampus runs now happen in cities across Europe and North America. There's something about this darker, more primal aspect of winter celebration that resonates with people, perhaps as a counterbalance to the increasingly commercialized, sanitized version of Christmas that dominates mainstream culture. The Krampus tradition reminds us that winter was genuinely scary for our ancestors. The darkness, the cold, the scarcity, these were real threats. Having rituals that acknowledged those fears, that gave them form and allowed communities to confront them together, served an important psychological function. So what does all of this tell us? That Christmas as we know it is not one thing. It's thousands of things, a constantly evolving collection of traditions shaped by geography, history, marketing, folklore, religion, and human creativity. The fried chicken in Japan, the pooping log in Catalonia, the spider webs in Ukraine, the roller skating in Venezuela, the terrifying demons in Austria. None of these are wrong ways to celebrate Christmas. They're proof that humans everywhere have this deep need to mark the darkest part of winter with light, warmth, community, and hope. How we do that depends entirely on who we are and where we come from. Some traditions are ancient, carrying the weight of centuries. Others are brand new, invented within our lifetimes. Some are deeply religious, others completely secular. Some are heartwarming, others bizarre, and some genuinely unsettling. But they're all meaningful to the people who practice them. And maybe that's the real magic of Christmas. Not that we all celebrate the same way, but that we've each found our own way to push back against the winter darkness. To gather with the people we love, and to create moments of joy and connection in the coldest, darkest time of year. Whether you're feeding a log, hiding your brooms, decorating a tree with spider webs, or standing in line for fried chicken, you're participating in humanity's oldest tradition, coming together to create meaning, warmth, and light when the world feels dark and cold. And that's something worth celebrating, however you choose to do it.